Second gear, baby. Woo! Hell yeah, these are sweet. Go Honda. Woo! I mean, look at that, just blistering performance. Ah!
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Yammy Noob. It is Weekends with Yam here. I am joined by Josh, our intrepid CRF300L tester, as he has become. You and this bike have formed a little bit of a love bond, right?
Absolutely, I love this little guy.
Yeah,
this is such a fun bike.
It's a really, really fun bike. Today's video, we're gonna be showing you guys the importance of spooning on proper rubber on your machine. We're getting the CRF today because we're finally putting actual good rubber on this bike. As you guys know, Dual Sports ship with some pretty garbage OEM tires, and so we've spooned on some TKC80s from Continental on this machine. It's a tire that we actually sell over on shop.yammynoob.co. We sell some pretty good tires over there, don't we, Josh?
We do, yeah. If you want a budget option, that is the economy GPR 300 or so, it's a great tire.
Recommended by Ari Henning, no less.
It's a great tire, and it's cheaper than something like an S22, you know, which we also sell. So yeah, sport touring, sport bike riders, dual sport riders. We've got something for you, and we've got even more tires coming. So.
Yep. So we're really excited to be selling those tires, but we're even more excited to test these tires on the CRF today. Now, I would normally take this bike, go test it on and off-road, but I am busy working on the Hornet today. You guys will see that video later on, and so the intrepid soul Josh has to go and test this bike. What a terrible job you have today.
If I must.
Do it. Yeah.
If I must, yeah, absolutely. I guess I'll go right off-road a little bit.
Yep, let's get into it.
Okay, before we do this trail real quick, I want to take a second to thank Flying Eyes. These are the best sunglasses for motorcyclists. They're so flexible, lightweight, sturdy. Click the link down below. They go on like no other pair of sunglasses into a helmet. Every single helmet you try. So grab yourself a pair, Flying Eyes, click the link down below and get yourself 10% off, help support the channel. And yeah, check out Flying Eyes. Now, let's get these TKC80s off-road. Sweet. I love these tires. I've ridden with them before. Let me clip you on here. All right, we're in business. I think they look aggressive. I think they look awesome on the bike. So we're here. There's a little off-road out and back loop here. It's very short, but it up there it gets pretty steep and rocky, and will give us a good sense of what kind of traction we're getting from these tires. I have done this on my CRF, which has the OEM rubber. I've done it a bunch of times. So let's see. Man, these things feel really good. I mean, we're doing pretty easy right now, but like we're not spinning the wheel, we're just going downhill, but I will say they feel like suction cups to the ground. Nothing slippery. All right, here's where the fun begins. Ooh. Oh. Great. Holy cow. That was pretty much effortless. I mean, I can spin it on this stuff, but that wasn't bad at all. That was sweet. Let's check out this traction going downhill. I can go a little further. So, got engine braking on, and I've got rear brake going. The front tire feels perfect. I mean, it's not like moving at all. It's just, even over rocks, it's just rolling over them. I know we've got our tires deflated just a little bit to help with this off-road stuff, but not to a place where they're compromised on the road. Yeah. These are awesome. I was starting to think for a minute the TKC80s wouldn't be off-road aggressive enough for me to want to run on my own CRF. And this is my first time riding them on any CRF. They feel great. They definitely feel better off-road than the OEM tires, even though they're like 60% on-road tires. Or I know they're 60/40, I just can't remember which way. Oh yeah, charging up it now. Second gear, baby. Woo! Hell yeah, these are sweet. All right. These are awesome. All right. Let's disappear and go do an on-road section. Yeah, this bike is fun. All right. So now we're doing on-road section. Before we really get into any of the feedback I'm getting from the on-road section, I've worried about putting TKC80s on a dual sport thinking that they're too road biased. If you look at these knobs, I mean, there's a lot of them and they're decently close together, and you can, when you look at it compared to like a dirt bike tire, it does not look like it's going to have the same traction in the dirt. And because of that, just looking at it, I'm like, oh, okay, well that means that this thing's obviously meant to make this a street bike, to give you great performance on the road, and like, meh, it'll go off-road. But that is not the case. Off-road, I was very impressed, and I'm actually more impressed on-road. The off-road stuff is like, I guess tires matter a lot, and I don't have nearly the same experience with off-road tires that I do street tires, and maybe that's why I'm having these takeaways. But it's so good on the road. This TKC80 is so good on the road. I think it's a more aggressive off-road tire than the OEM tire, but it's also better on the road. So it's like, what? I'm literally only gaining. I didn't lose anything. I was worried, TKC80, it's not going to be great on road, or it's going to leave a lot to be desired off road because it's so middle of the road. But no, it's a straight up upgrade for both. So we're gonna jump on the 360 here, where we can get this up to speed if traffic will permit it, and see if there's anything to learn at speed. All right, jumping on to the highway section here. They're kind of loud, but all dual sport tires are loud. I mean, unless you have just tires that wouldn't work off-road, they're gonna be loud when you get up to 60 or 70 miles an hour. So I can hear them pretty good, but not worse than the OEM tires. I think every tire, and somebody can probably explain this to me, but from what I've gathered, a lot of dirt tires, dual sport tires, and adventure tires, there's like a certain pressure and speed, and when you got both those two, you get a lot of noise, and you can go up a little bit in speed or down a little bit in speed, and it drastically cuts down. I don't know exactly what it is, but I think something's going on there. I will say though, it feels, oh buddy, that's why you don't take two lanes, man. Anyways, it feels remarkably stable. Like, sometimes the front gets like kind of wandery on these bikes. Oh god, probably shouldn't do that. But especially if you've got a lot of wind, like headwind that you're riding into, you're under power, you know, just because it's big, it's thin. The wheel, I guess, is light, I don't know, but regardless, it doesn't feel as stable. This really kind of shores it up a little bit. Go Honda! Woo! I mean, look at that, just blistering performance. Ah! Blistering performance from the 300. Nice, and this bike feels much better on road than it did before, so yeah, why not? These are great. Makes it better on road, better off road. It makes me really want to see what a really good off-road tire would feel like on road, because from what I understand, if you put like a 90% off-road tire on a dual sport and you're at highway speeds, it's not gonna feel good. That's what I understand. I'd be very curious to try it out, because this is like, man, it didn't take away from either. It added on-road, off-road, slow speed, high speed, all around. TKC80s, better tire than comes stock on this bike, and you should definitely pick one up. Nope, you should pick two of them up. Get one from the front and the back. You need two of them, and we sell them on shop.yammynoob.co. Let's go check back in with Yam and see what he thinks about what we found out today.
All right, folks, through the magic of editing, we're back here in the shop. Josh has tested these TKC80s on-road and off-road. They're a more aggressive knob than the OE rubber, so what'd you feel on-road? Did it feel kind of weird or knobbly, or what happened?
That's what I was worried about, that like we wanted more off-road performance, so in our search for more off-road performance, we destroy this thing on-road, and that's not what happened.
Really?
No, these tires were a full-on upgrade in every sense of the word. On-road, off-road, yeah, they just worked better.
Yeah, we do have to say the bar is set pretty low from OE rubber. Pretty much like, you know, bubblegum is probably a better rubber option over the OE rubber. But the TKC80 is a really good tire. I've actually used it before, and I do like it a lot. And I was surprised too whenever I took it out on road. I was like, oh, you can like really flip this thing in still, you know, like you have fun with it.
Yeah, definitely. The front wheel felt a lot better on road.
Yeah.
It didn't, even when you've got like a blasting headwind and it wants to kind of like it felt really stable.
Yeah, highway speed was okay. I know knobs at higher speeds tend to feel wandery. Did you feel that?
No, these felt probably the most stable of any 50/50 off-road dual sport E type of tire that I've ridden on. No, it felt very stable, more so than my 250, which has the stock ones as well still.
You're still running stock rubber in your bike?
Yeah. I know. It has 1,000 miles.
We sell these on the store. Just go get some.
Yeah, so I'm over here trying to make the case for other people to do it, and I've basically proven myself that I need to go get better tires now. I did the same thing on the SV, if you remember back then.
I remember.
Horrible tires.
Yeah.
I mean, they're made of wood, I think. And yeah, makes such a big improvement. But even like off-road slow stuff where you're really kind of feeling your traction, you're not just blasting up hills, these worked really well.
Yeah?
You know, yeah, definitely.
I know we aired these down a little bit for you to go and ride. I think we set them at 15 PSI or something like that. We didn't want to go too much lower because this bike doesn't have rim locks. So at lower PSIs and higher speeds like that, you're begging for the valve to come apart from the wheel.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we aired them down a little bit. You felt like you were able to kind of grip a little bit more and do some more stuff in our kind of like rocky terrain we have here.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't go crazy. I didn't get into sand. I didn't get into mud or anything like that. But the biggest thing I noticed was the front wheel not kind of slipping in spots where it normally would, especially downhill. You've got a little bit, it's a little bit shaky. It's not perfectly smooth or all, you know, you're going from hard packed to a rock that has little rocks on it. And sometimes I noticed on my bike or the old tires on this, it just would kind of like skip a few inches down the hill.
Yeah.
With this, it just rolls. It just keeps rolling just as you would expect it to. So that was the most noticeable improvement to me. They were a little loud at 70 miles an hour, but what tire like this isn't?
Yeah.
Wear earplugs.
Yep.
You're good. Yeah.
Yep. For me, the biggest difference on a dual sport whenever I upgraded my tires, I've done it twice now. I did it once on my WR when I went from the OE rubber to a Dunlop D606, I wanted something really aggressive. And recently I did it from my Husqvarna. I actually went from TKC80s to a Moto Z Enduro Pro tire or whatever the heck, like something barely road legal, right? The biggest difference that I felt on those tires, and you can feel it on the TKC80s here when you go from OE rubber, is just the ability to actually get grip from the rear wheel off-road. I do it a wheelie test, right? You're in some muddy, slippery condition, see if you can lift that front wheel, right?
Yep.
OE rubber, no chance. And I've tested it on this bike.
Yeah.
And you try to wheelie and it just goes, spins.
I learned that when we were out at Spokes, when we were out in Lockhart. Like my bike would do the same things I do on the wheel, and it's like the bike just doesn't wheelie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all down to that rear tire.
All down to the rear grip. So if you guys want to wheelie off-road on your dirt bike, you gotta have something better than OE rubber. These TKC80s are awesome. We had a lot of fun riding them. And we actually have some big plans for this CRF. We're hopefully gonna get it out to Big Bend and do like a proper big adventure ride with it, which is why it's all kitted out with these bags too. But yeah, we got some time left on this bike. In case you forgot, it's a giveaway motorcycle. We're not just doofing around with the CRF here for fun of these, right, Josh?
We kind of are, but yes, we're still giving it away.
We kind of are doing that.
Yes, someone will win this bike.
Yes, someone's gonna win it. Make sure you hit the link down below. Every dollar you spend on the store is an entry to win the bike as well. And thanks for watching today's video. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll catch you in the next one. See you later.